Most people think debt freedom takes a miracle or a massive income boost. But what if I told you there's a single number, an index, if you will, that tells you exactly which debt to crush first for maximum impact? With just $600 a week, this person used this method to wipe out over $22,000 in debt and is gonna do it in under 28 months. The craziest part? It works even faster the less you make. You may want to stick around to the end to find out how that works. Let's dive in. So as is the custom, we want to make sure that we overview what we have here, okay? This person with real numbers gave us the debt to eliminate, and we did just that. So the credit card at $3,000 at 0%, they're gonna be paying $75 a month on that. Loan A, $4,553 at 9.2%, $120 a month on that one. And loan B is $14,412 at 2.99%. They're paying $250 a month on that. Now, if you look to my right, income, $2,400. That's going to be very significant, guys. Expenses, $1,400. What is it that matters? That's right, the cash flow. Cash flow is at $1,000. Now, before you take care of any debt and get rid of it, eliminate it very quickly, you've got to do 4 things, okay? Diagnose the drain, redirect the cash flow, optimize the velocity banking system, and then push the gap. Let's go ahead and start with diagnosing the drain. Which one of these are going to be the most cash flow sucking loans? Do you remember how to do that? That's right. We put it through the cash flow index, where we take the loan balance and then divide it by the minimum monthly payment. Okay, in this case, it's loan A that is the lowest cash flow index number with 38. Guys, this person is going to be freeing up $120 a month. Can you just go ahead and comment in the comment below, what would you do with an extra $120 a month? Now, how are they going to do that? Well, they're going to do that by making sure that's right, redirect the cash flow. Folks, we cannot solve a problem with the same mentality we had when we made that problem. So watch this. As we redirect the cash flow, we're going to take $555, okay? So $555 is going to be an extra $555 is going towards this loan. Now, remember, you're going to continue to pay the minimum monthly payments, all right? But of the cash flow that you have, $555 is going towards the principal. Why are we going to put it towards the principal? Because it's the principal that we want to get rid of very, very quickly. Because the smaller the principal, the smaller the interest. That's right. And so you and I both know how amortization tables work, where the bank gets a whole lot of money and a little bit goes to principal in the beginning, right? And then those roles are reversed as the years go by. Well, right now we want to go ahead and time collapse, right? We're going back to the future, Marty, okay? We want to time collapse this transaction, and we want to get rid of this loan in about 8 months. This is how we do it, okay? Each and every month, $555 is going towards that. Now, if you wanted to do the $555 a month, or if you wanted to divide this payment of $555 a month and do a biweekly payment, remember, when you're biweekly paying, you're actually paying more. Because when you biweekly pay, right, that's 26 payments, which equals 13 months instead of 12 months. Does that make sense? It's beautiful, okay? So we're making sure that in the beginning, we are redirecting that cash flow. Now, in about 8 months, you're going to be done with this loan. So let's go ahead and mark this loan out. 8 months later, now the arrow is pointing towards $120. That $120 is now going to you. So now what's $555 plus $120? That's right. It's $675. Now remember, you're using that cash flow, right, to go ahead and take care of another debt. But which one are we going to do, right? The cash flow index says 40 on this one. So we're going to go ahead and wipe out this one. Remember, the 675, let's go ahead and add that. Okay, 675. Remember, this $675 now is going towards that credit card, so that we're going to be done paying that credit card in about 5 months, right? Give or take. We understand that perhaps there's some things that come up. Maybe you want some shoes. Maybe you want this, that, and the other, Christmas time. You know what I mean? So $675. Please give yourself some grace there. We're going to wipe that out in about 5 months. Remember, that extra $675 can also be split up, right, into biweekly payments to pay it off even faster. All right. Now, once after the 5 months, we are done with that credit card. And of course, that 0% isn't going to last for long, right? But we do want to get rid of it before it tacks on a 29% or 24% or whatever it is, right? So now that we've gotten rid of the credit card, right, in about 5 months, what are we doing here? We are optimizing the system now, all right? That's what we're doing by doing this. And that's the third step, okay? So as we continue on with this, we're capturing the $75 a month. And then after all of that, right, we're going to add that. This, of course, is going to be $750. So now $750, okay, now we can take care of loans even more, all right? Even in a greater fashion. They're going to be getting collapsed or eliminated even faster. And so where are we going to apply that $750? We're going to apply it right here, guys, all right? The extra $750 will be getting applied right here to the principal. Listen, you never want to let the lender know, yeah, just take the extra $750, because guess what? They're going to split it up however they think it should be split up. All right. We don't want that. We want that one going towards the principal, because this is what we are focusing on. Can I just go ahead and circle this? We're going to be focusing on taking care of the principal. Got a pretty good rate there, 2.99%. But what we're looking at is the principal, because we want this number as fast as possible, $250. Now, can I share with you what we're going to be doing with this and how long this takes to get rid of? Folks, when we are paying like this, remember we have it, okay? We have the cash flow here, but it's doing nothing, right? In our savings account. It's doing nothing in our IRA. It's doing nothing. But as we deploy it correctly, watch it do something, right? So we're getting rid of this in about 15 months, guys. 15 months. Do the math. In about 15 months, we'll be getting rid of this. And I wonder how much would we have then in cash flow once we get rid of that? Come on, let's do it. 250. Okay. $1,000. $1,000. And we didn't even use the $1,000, the full $1,000 to get rid of these debts. Now, I don't know about you, but these right here, these expenses were already calculated in here, right? The monthly payment. So what does that mean? All right, so after we've diagnosed the drain, after we've redirected the cash flow, and after we've optimized the system to pay it off, let's go ahead and calculate our cash flow. Let's go ahead and start from the very beginning. Remember, the $1,000 is what we already had, okay? We already had that to start with. But as we were deploying $555 at the first and just kept on gaining in cash flow, you remember that? We want to accurately describe the cash flow that we have now after the 28 months of paying this off, all of it. All right. We got rid of loan A in 8 months. We got rid of the credit card in about 5 months, right? And we've got rid of loan B in about 15 months. All right. Now, after the full 28 months, how much cash flow do we have? Let's go ahead and add it all up. Okay. 1,000 plus 75, right? Then 120 and then 250. So remember, this is the goal. We want to make sure that we are capturing our cash flow. So let's see how much cash flow we have. 5. I know you guys have probably already got the answer. Go ahead and put the answer in the comments here. I'm going to go ahead and do the old school math if you don't mind here. All right. All right. So we got $1,445 in extra cash flow that we didn't have before, that we didn't have 28 months earlier. But because we used our cash flow, we now gained $1,445 in cash flow. That's what it's all about, month after month. All right. Now, of course, you can use this for cash flowing assets now that you know how to work the system by diagnosing the drain. This is how you get rid of debts, guys. Redirecting the cash flow, right? Remember what we did here? Optimizing the system, and then pushing the gap. We want the interest and the principal to get further and further apart. We want to pay less and less to the bank and have more and more of our principal going to the principal. Any extra cash that we have that is at our discretion, right? Discretionary income. That's why they call it discretionary income. It's at our discretion. All right. So we started out with 555, ended up with 1,445. Folks, if you have any questions, just let me know. If you're still having trouble understanding velocity banking, I'm thinking this video right here will help you a lot on that. And listen, you know, we actually came out with a book that implements all of this, so you can implement it today. Go ahead and get that book today down there at the description link. God bless you, and we'll see you in another video.